Hi, I'm Elizabeth Gordon and today is day 18 of my stretch video challenge. I've tried to record this earlier today and I'm finding it really difficult. It's like I've reached a point where I'm resisting sharing now and just wondering why that is. I think many of the experience I've described were things that were completely out of our control. And you just had to deal with them. They were life events that were unfortunate, sad or whatever, but you had to deal with them. And then when I started talking this morning, it was realising, what had actually happened and could I really forgive myself for them, or did I still feel guilty? And that's been quite hard, and I still don't think I've quite got it yet. So I described that really circumstances had forced me to see that self-employment was the best option at that moment. But I'd gone from being paid at a managerial level and having 2 children to support, and obviously my husband was working too, to having no money coming in at all. Then, although I started my own business, I didn't have a ready pool of clients. I didn't have, like many professional people have, that opportunity to take clients or work for their previous employer. So it was really slow trying to get work, and I realised, my strength wasn't really in selling myself or selling the business. So things became really hard financially, and we reached a point where we felt we had to sell our lovely home that we'd spent years building, and we had to just move to a cheaper one for a while. And it was really sad to have to do that, but that we, at the time, I don't think I felt that deep emotional connection to the house. Perhaps I did on a deep level, but not openly. Then, as I mentioned before, this opportunity to do some subcontract work for someone else, and that gave me a possibility of really increasing my income quite significantly. But you could really tell it wasn't right, because he didn't have computers or technology, and it was really like going back to the dark ages compared to what I'd been used to. And I was having to go and do most of this work in his office, which again required quite a long commute, where I was having to drive, then rushing back to be able to pick the children up. And I think all of that put me in a position where I was perhaps naive and vulnerable and innocent, really. I saw the opportunity to go into partnership with this man and buy his practice from him as a way I could increase my income even further and generate a future source that would be able to support our family. And so that's what I did. With hindsight, I can look at it and think, was I mad? Why did I do that? But when you've got bills to pay and everything's really geared up for 2 incomes, even though you're not doing anything flash, you're just living in an ordinary house in a small town in not in London or anything, and you need a car to get to work, and it just feels like you're on a sort of merry-go-round that you can't get off. So that was a decision we made. We thought it was best for our family, and so that's really been hard for me to face up to today, and to actually forgive myself that we made the best choice at the time. So I'll share more tomorrow. Bye.